Either you let Ivy stay here, or by God, Julian, I am going to tell Rebecca Hotchkiss that you are already married to Teresa!
You just don't understand, do you, Eve? I'm holding the better hand. You tell Rebecca about me, I'll tell Big Bad T.C. that you gave birth to my baby.
Well, tell him. Tell him. You know he'll just kill you. Now, look, I'm warning you, Julian. You let Ivy stay here, or I'm going to tell the entire world everything that I know about Alistair and Julian Crane. Because I have had it up to here with how you treat people. That it is one thing to steal my innocence, but to ruin the daughter of my close friend, God, that could have been Whitney or Simone. I could kill you myself.
No, this isn't getting us anyplace.
Don't worry about it, Harper. She's bluffing. She'd never risk hearth and home to sell me out.
Try me. Let's just see who's the last man standing when I tell Ethan and Louise what you did to Teresa.
I'm not afraid of you, Eve. I'll be glad to call you a bluff, but just out of curiosity, why are you siding with Ivy now? I thought you hated her.
Not as much as I hate you for what you did to Teresa. Besides, Ivy is my patient. I owe it to her to make sure that she gets the best post-operative care that she can. And I am not about to watch you throw a paralyzed woman out of the home that has been hers for over 20 years.
Ivy can recuperate somewhere else. Why don't you find her one of those places with a wheelchair ramp and handicap parking? She is no longer my wife, ergo this is no longer her domicile. And I want her off these grounds immediately.
Oh, okay, well, then you won't mind if I tell Rebecca that you won't be having a wedding because you already have taken a wife. Rebecca!
Julian, she's going to do it.
No, she won't. She's bluffing.
Is that what you think, Julian? You know, there is a way to keep you from ruining any more young girls. Should have used a scalpel while we were at the hospital, but this'll do in a pinch. You should have to wear an ankle bracelet like paroled criminals have to wear. That way, if you got anywhere near a young, innocent girl, the alarm would go off and the police could swoop in and keep you from stealing yet another young woman's innocence. You don't even deserve to live among civilized people after what you've done.
I'm not being rational, Eve.
Rational? No. No, I'm not. I remember what you did to me. And then I realize that you're just doing the same thing over again with Teresa. Who's next, Julian? Huh? One of my daughters?
Well, they are stunners.
Oh, that's it! I'm not gonna cut you with these, Julian. No, I'm gonna take care of you for good. I am gonna tell Rebecca everything that she should know about the man she wants to marry.
She's out of her mind.
Do you blame her after what you did?
Whose side are you on, anyway? Just to be stopped.
So, what's this big bombshell that has to do with Julian, Eve?
If this has anything to do with my mother's physical condition, well, Julian doesn't matter. Not only am I Ivy's son, but I am also her attorney. And I want to be absolutely sure that Julian and his legal team aren't trying to pull a fast one on her due to her vulnerable condition.
Are you going to let him talk to you that way?
He has no choice, Rebecca. Because there's not a court in this land that would condone throwing my mother out of a house she's lived in for 20 years. Isn't that right, Harper?
Well,
Look, that aside, you know, I'm not convinced that your divorce was legal, Julian.
But of course it was.
Why should I believe you? I haven't seen one iota of paperwork on a financial settlement, nor have I seen a copy of the divorce decree. You do have one, don't you, Julian?
Well, not on my person, but I'm sure it's on file with the magistrate down there.
Well, fine then. I will call Bermuda first thing in the morning and talk to them myself. But I want you all to understand that from this moment on, we are contesting the divorce. You will not be marrying anyone else, much less throwing my mother out of her house.
What are you? This is outrageous. What?
Don't argue with them.
No, but I'm just...
Don't you see? Well, the divorce is being contested. Rebecca will have to back off on marrying you. This will buy you the time you need to get your annulment from Teresa.
If he then calls the authorities in Bermuda about Julian's divorce, they will tell him about his marriage to me. Mr. Crane, you have got to get the annulment immediately.
I'm doing my best, dear.
Excuse me, Teresa. I need a word with my future husband. Julian, are you and your attorney actually allowing Ivy to contest a perfectly legal divorce? Just throw her out of the house.
Well, not just yet, dear.
Why not? You said you would.
Well, I know, but on second thought, I realized how unseemly it might appear for me to throw my newly paralyzed ex-wife out of a home she's called her own for so many years.
Absolutely correct, Julian. You wouldn't want to pull a female judge if this goes to court.
We've just won the first round, Mother.
Well, what about us? What about our wedding plans? Just how long is she going to stay here?
Well, it shouldn't take more than a couple of days to straighten this out. I think you can be patient for that long.
To hell with patience. I demand to know what the hell is going on here.